It rained while we were out, and that's great and all because I don't necessarily have to water anything. And it's supposed to be raining the next couple days also, so I'm gonna see if I want to water things at the end. Maybe I'll get one of those random bottles of water we have from like of outdoor water that we have collected for outdoor purposes. So we were at this store where a flat of 48 plugs is $24.95. Really, really great price. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm not gonna get a whole flat today. I just want to get a couple things because my mother had my phone. I really couldn't remember what the front looked like. I'm like, it's purple or it's mostly pink. It's mostly purple, pinkish. It's purple. And so I'm like, I really could do a lot of damage, and one flat would not take me really far, just in the one bed. But I'm like, we're gonna have to make it work. I got 4 things. I was looking around. I'm like, oh, let me look at the dianthus because my mother got what she wanted. I was getting my sister stuff that she wanted. And then my mother was like, I'm ready to go. I'm like, I haven't even looked at anything yet. So I was looking at the dianthus. I'm like, oh, dianthus and petunias was in my mind. Dianthus and petunias. Because in my mind, I'm not going to put a bunch of perennials in the front bed because I feel like the front bed is most susceptible to outside input, we'll say. And I'm like, I don't want to put something, really work on the vision of my bed, then have that dismissed very casually. I'm like, I'm just going to put annuals in the front. Annuals, and then there's a couple of solid perennial pieces in there that won't be moved, like the dahlias. I'm not moving them. I consider moving them. I'm not moving them. The hardy hibiscus, I don't think I'm moving her. The sedums, the autumn joy that came back last year, and the essentially evergreen lemon coral sedum, they're not moving. The dianthus, I have to, there's a couple maybe. I don't know for sure, but essentially they're almost like biennials, but maybe some of them are pushing on. Some of them I know have seeded themselves previously, so. But these carnations, wow. Wow, and I bought them sight unseen, so they're all like red. At least the ones that have come up are all red. Wow. Anyway, let's go into what I got. I don't remember what I got first. And when I say I was looking at the verbenas. And I got verbenas first. And they gave us this at the end because we had like 3 separate orders. Okay, so let's go with the verbena I got. And I decided where it's going to go. This is the one that's going to go on the other side of the carnations. So the carnations are this really rich red. I have a little plastic fence there, little plastic gate fence. On the other side of the plastic gate fence, I'm going to put these verbena. I think that nursery uses a lot of Syngenta flowers, which, breeding, whatever. So these spread 9 inches, and there's 4 of them. So 9 times 4 is 36. That's about 3 feet. I think the bed is wider than 3 feet. Hold on. Yeah, no, the bed is almost like 6 feet. I'm looking at it against this rug. It's almost like 6 feet. So these won't necessarily go as far as I want them to. I could probably go back and get another one of this, the Tuscany peach. But we're gonna see how it looks. It's gonna be. There's not much on that side. There have been previously in other years, but there's not much on that side this year. So this really delicate flower color, like a peach buttercream maybe, is what I would describe it as. And so let's put it where it's gonna go. It's gonna go right here. So it's not gonna go. Obviously, we have the petunia in the front over here. It's pretty much gonna go up on the back. So maybe the 3 feet-ish will, it'll suffice. We'll see. It's gonna go up. Soft colors. I don't want something super hard to contrast against hard red and rich purples. So, okay. If you recall, I got my petunias. They were like 6 in a pack of. They were clearance petunias, and they were $2 a basket, and they were like 6 in a basket. And so, fantastic price ended up being the case. A couple of them have died, so maybe that has not translated over. Okay. And so what I really wanted was also to not only replace the ones that have died, but then add in different colors. And, it's 12 along the way, or 14 along the way. So let's say I would have gotten another one of the purple ones. Okay, I'm not sure I would have matched the exact purple. They had varying purples. Let's say I would have matched that. But then I also would have wanted to intersperse. And they had the really delicate yellow, and I love that yellow. It's like a bee's knees adjacent type yellow. I love that yellow. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. But what I love about this front garden is that the colors are very saturated, and my understanding is that that is what attracts a lot of the pollinators. I haven't seen so many of them this year yet, but usually it's a bunch of butterflies flittering about on the different really rich pinks, especially. So, um, you know, I want petunias. It's also like petunias die for me sometimes, really fussy. Like the ones closer to me by the dahlias are do a lot better than the ones farther from me for whatever reason. I guess maybe this side of the bed is richer in terms of enrichment. I don't know. I don't know. All that to say, I was looking at petunias. I had the really light yellow ones. I was like, oh, I love these. But then, like, it's not gonna serve super purpose in this front bed. So I did end up getting this highlighter pink one. And these, they group by color. So these should all be the same color. This is Dreams Pink Petunia. And she grows 10 to 15 high. I'm probably gonna have to go back and get some more because, realistically, I could get a flat of just petunias just for this front bed. I really could. Let alone other things. Let alone other things. So I don't know yet where this is going. That far end where is the red section, I might put this over there along with this verbena, which is it's not flowering. There were some that were flowering. I didn't want some that were flowering yet. I wanted them to be able to settle in and grow. This is the Tuscany Burgundy wine. And that is, they both just spread 9 inches, it says. So height 8 to 10 and spread 9 inches. Here's the highlighter pink. And it looks so fake on camera. I love it. And then against the burgundy. And so I want to put that on the far end, but also that's pink and purple against where there's not necessarily a lot of red. I do have this red dianthus. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wanted to buttress up other areas with the red dianthus. I'm like, oh, maybe I should put it in front of the purple petunias by the dahlias because there's nothing really in there. Before I had calibrachoas in previous years, and maybe other verbena, but there's nothing over there right now. And the dianthus, this is the Ideal Select Rose dianthus. As much as I want to try and deny it in my heart, I'm pretty much sticking with red, pink, and purple. I'm like, oh, I should change my color scheme. It works for me. There's a lot of rich green around us, and there's a lot of plants that naturally come up yellow, and then others that come up purple and then white. And what really pop out are the pinks and the reds and the purples, the bright saturated purples. So, the other colors will show up with the gladiolus. So I don't know where I'm putting these yet. I'm gonna go think, and then we're gonna get to planting. Yeah. So I'm gonna put these in front of the in a curve right here in front of. It would have been nice to have red here, but I'm not super ever sold on red petunias. But we're gonna see. I think I'm gonna put these like a 1, 2, 3, 4 type of thing. I think I might replace that one. But do I want to replace it with a dianthus or do I want to replace it with a verbena? I could intersperse the verbena and I'm supposed to have it being like a big clump. I could have it like one here, da, 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 da. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll go around and see. Oh, that's a petunia. Oh, actually, she looks really nice in contrast. Right, so the purple the purple dianthus, I will put one there. I could put one here. Again, the purple verbena. One here, one back over there. I don't know if this is alive or not. I think I'm going to call it dead. Yeah, she's mushy. I'm going to put one there. And then maybe, yeah, okay, so I've got spots for the 4 verbena. And then I'll figure out about the dianthus after the fact. Maybe I'll put it on the other side. Yeah, I might do that. I might put it on the side this way. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I like this idea. Oh, girl. Okay. Anywho, I want to put the petunias up first. Okay, ants, like let me work. Let me do my thing. Oh, I gotta get the verbena first. Okay, mushy girl. One. There we go. That might be petunia seeds. So, don't think they are. It's kind of high up. Where's the other one? I just put it. One. Oh, over here. That's kind of high up. Okay. And then one more. She's dead. I'm calling you dead because you are. Okay. Oh. All right, one down, 3 more to go. Not the worst. First of all, mimosa trees. You're not getting a foothold in this year. Neither are you, toad flax. You're not invited to the party. Not another mimosa tree. Girl, get out of my way. Why is there a rock here? Did I put this here? Do not recall. Okay, rock. Interesting. I'll put it somewhere else, I guess. Maybe I had it marking something? I don't know. I don't recall. This isn't as red as this other one, I don't think. This one definitely has a pink tinge to it. That's okay. It's red enough. Let me start off at the extremes. Alright, mimosa, no friend. Get away from me. Girl. One, two. want this thin one. I want this bulky to be in the back. Okay. Okay, and then this looks even enough to me, and I'm not digging anything else out. So, no, this can move over. That was a lie. In fact, she lied. Okay. Okay, girlies, time to do your best. Do not another mimosa. Okay. Mimosa. Okay, now for the petunias. Let me weed over here first, I guess. Oh, weed over here first, I guess. Don't come near me, flying insect. Oh. Yeah, that looks real fresh. Real fresh. I love that. I love those dianthus in the line. It kind of skews inward. Let's just move it up a little further. Yeah. Yeah. Solved enough. Solved enough. Let's de-weed this over here. I don't want you competing for light. Thanks. Or blocking her out later on. Okay. Oh, God. All right, I've already taken them out, and these, only one of them has a flower on it, so I wanted it to be an arc, but now the verbena's there, and one petunia is going to be, you know what, it's fine. Nothing is ever going to be super, okay, why are you, like, not it? The soil. Okay. One there. Okay, time for you to come out. Is this a petunia or dianthus? What coulda, shoulda? I don't know. I will not take the chance or waste the space. Okay. Okay, weed. Oh, I can move this back now. Great. Granted, like, I don't want this. Let me put the flowering one, the super flowering one, in the front, because I don't know how these petunias are going to do as this hibiscus grows. And then one just right here. I'm really counting on these dianthus not dying out. So. Let me see, actually. Before I give it the fantastic. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous, actually. So we've got purple burgundy, verbena here, petunia, and these 4 additional dianthus. I love how this came out, this corner. I thought I did spread three more verbena throughout, and obviously lots of space to fill. But I'm loving this corner. Let me see. This corner alone, 230, and a quarter of 230, so let's call it $5 for this corner. Okay. Not a bad deal. Here is where I tried to transplant some clasping Venus. And I'm not going to take them out because like the day after I transplanted them, like all the clasping Venus in the area started dying off. So that's what I'm going to count it up to. Chalk it up to, I should say. Just going to weed a little over here. I have this hole right here that I should get some soil for first. Or let's just see if I can. That might work. That might. Well, no, because now I have to. Because that's a space. That's a space. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, really, really light, really delicate verbena. Why am I laboring so much in breath? The small one's up front, friend. Big one's in the back. All right. That's too far apart, I think. So one here, two here, three here. Move this up forward, I guess. Okay. All right. It's not even like hella deep roots, so. Okay. There's one. Okay. Hello, fly. Get away from me. Gosh. Get away from me, fly. Hello. I believe I said. I have to move that one back. Gosh. What's up? Farther back, actually. Okay. Happy with that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. She's looking gorgeous. She's looking gorgeous. Now, the way it looks right now, you know, the color against the red, it's soft. It's not something that's gonna, oh my gosh. Right? Like, it's not gonna be hard colors and then darkness. I like that it's soft. Do I feel like I need something else there? Yes. Whether it's more of it or something light as well. Something maybe like those white yellow petunias I was looking at. Something else though. Even these carnations, they're great and all, but I definitely want something here. And maybe I do want something else in between this. Maybe more carnations. Maybe more carnations is the answer. First of all, the grass is starting to grow back in. Not today. But the mulch is doing wonders at keeping this thin and weak. So when I can, just come and take everything out. I see. So this is that thick mulch, that thick shred mulch, which is great. I guess maybe a thick shred mulch lets less light through. Anyway, and then this that I cleared up, we have more grass coming up from this way, and then maybe just grass in general. So I have to come back and address this again, but no time soon because it's supposed to be a rainy day, and it's supposed to be a rainy day. And it's supposed to be a hot day, so there's probably going to be a lot of growth shortly. I don't think the hot, rainy period is supposed to last super long. But, you know, these other ones that don't grow super fast, I'm fine with for now. But these ones that grow in clump or the ones that spread, I would like to take out. But again, it's a lot of it grass here, and the grass has nothing to block it, like pavers anytime soon, so... Like, why are you here? I blocked you that way. So you have to try and come underneath. Underhanded. It is May 10th, 11th, I don't know. And recently with the hot temperatures, the sweet peas have been putting on a lot of growth, which is great. In my mind, I'm like, oh, I thought that they grew fast in the colder and that they kind of died off when it got hot. I don't know what's going on with these. I'm going to let do your best. I hope you put on seed and then I can, seed elsewhere maybe next year. So interesting. See no issue with as far as how the corn's doing. That one, maybe not doing so great. So maybe I'll just have the 4 here. In which case, if that one decides to die, which I don't necessarily think it is, but if that one does decide to die, it seems like there's new growth in the middle, so maybe not. But if it does decide to die, I'll just have the 4 and I won't have to move this over. Okay. Like always, a bunch of marigold popping up. I'm not trying to have marigold in this front bed. Probably will end up having at least one, but I'm not trying to. So a lot of them, I don't know what the heck this is. I don't remember seeding anything over there. Some marigold along the border. There's a lot in the front bed. The zinnias. I had spaced out the zinnias, and then some of them are growing real nice. Some of them died immediately as soon as I transplanted them, or soon after. That's fine. I have more seeds if I want to just come out one day and go nuts. She's looking great. She's also leaning. So, I don't know if I'm going to have to dig her up again. I don't know. There's always a lot of weeds here, and I don't know what things are until they get bigger, so I can't really do anything at this moment. I do see something behind the hydrangea, or until they start to show their true leaves anyway. Oh, what all these... Are those little grasshoppers or something? I don't know what they are. Anyway. Oof. So we see the front looks lovely, lovely, lovely. All this empty space. Because last year, I had the Placanthus that grew large, but I put that in maybe like July or something. I want to start some coleus. And if I start a bunch of coleus, I'm going to put it just straight in the back here for like a background color. And then I could just go planting in the middle as I need to. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. First of all, are you serious? No, you're out. Right. Let's not play. Another marigold. No. I don't want there to be me. Like, I'm not here for a couple days and suddenly there's a giant marigold. If there is, I'll just transplant it. That's actually no issue. Let me take this out. I thought this was something. It's just one of these weeds. So this is dead. This is a weed. I'm thinking I want to move the salvia and the salvia and the white dianthus. What is this? I guess we'll have to see. Okay. So yeah, this area is also empty over here. So pretty much these 4 plants. I wish this was a bee balm that got super tall, but I don't think it is. So some of these marigolds I'll leave for now. I'll let them get bigger and then transplant them somewhere else. So I love how, especially the ones in the middle, because again, the ones in the end are not doing as much as the ones in the middle. But the lavender, she's doing great. She's doing really great. I almost also was like, maybe I should just get more Dusty Miller. And realistically, I probably could have. I could have easily gotten at least 1 4-pack of Dusty Miller. Maybe next time. But these are also growing in nice. So, are these Finca? I don't think so. Okay. Let's see, what is that? No. Anyway, I came to take out the dianthus. Hopefully nothing rears its head at me as I take this out. I think I'm going to take it out and split it and put it in a pot. Ooh, she's big. She's a chunker. Now to find something to replace this. That's going to be weeks in my mind. This pot is in front of the trellis. That's in front of the trellis for the clematis. I'm going to put the dianthus in here. I thought I was going to put the dianthus in a bigger pot. I'm going to put this in here. I'm like, oh, should I move the salvia? It's a perennial. I don't know if it'll come back if I move it or if I remember that it's there if I move it. So maybe I'll move it at the end of the season. Like it's already, I think it's already about to stop flowering or pretty much stop flowering. I'm going to get another pot to put the surplus soil I have in here because this is a big clump. And I'll just have this as a nice little white pot to flower with, right? So the same type of pot, a different color. And I love these pots. I'm pretty sure I got them at Dollar Tree. I don't remember if they were $5 pots or $3 pots. I want to say that I got them when they were $3 pots. Maybe they've moved. Wow, why is this one so much looser? Like, is okay. Okay, girl. Like, okay, you're doing a lot right now, being this compacted. Like, you're both getting the same sun exposure for you to be so wet and this one to not be so wet. Oh, I think this is all mostly this. Oh, this is all pine cones. Okay, I thought this is all pine cones. I guess they really broke down already. Wow, that's interesting. I think I might add a bit for aeration. Okay, let's see how it looks. And I don't know if this looks like it's aha grass. Yeah, because the root shouldn't be so thick. Okay, is that more grass? Okay, we need a little bit more soil here. Yeah, I want her higher up than that. Okay, why are you not? Okay, so we're just gonna fill around here. Then you'll settle down. Maybe I should put this in a pot over there. No, because then what's gonna... No, I need these here right now. I need to just get something else for over there. I don't know what, though. I don't want to put another rose there. That seems like much, and it's gonna be touching if I get another rose, so... One thing I will not have my roses do is touch. So, we don't want to spread disease that way and ruin the whole thing. Like, I'm not gonna water this because it was kind of wet. Or I mean, I should though. I think I'm just gonna get the hose and water everything that I planted. Like, that only makes sense. Okay. Ooh, she's pretty. All right, she's pretty. It's over here. Oy. I've been pulling up seedlings for the purple passion bower vine, and I just was pulling some up right now, and I saw another one that had a tiny little caterpillar. So I guess I have to do a lot less in that regard. I had to go and get some soil, and so what I did is I cannibalized the propagation cells in the doghouse greenhouse that just did not propagate anything, and so that's the rest of the beans. And I think where I put some peppers to grow and nothing came up ever. So like, it's not some of the other ones where something came up and then died back. It just didn't work. So this is the scenario, and she's beautiful and gorgeous here. I just don't think she's doing her best here. And so this is sun to part shade. I don't think sun for here. This type of sun is the best. Long season display of showy blooms. It has blooms. They're not showy. So I'm digging her up and I'm going to put her in a pot. All right, that was simple enough. I need more soil to backfill this over here, but we already have some. I think this is a petunia that seeded itself, and some alyssum. So, yeah. So I'm gonna keep this on the back deck that's north facing, but does get light, does get western light kind of throughout the day. Yeah. And I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm not sure if it's gonna rain, but it's looking like it's gonna any minute. I think I might need to take a little bit of this down off, I should say. Okay. Everything's nice and wet, so I'm gonna have to check the weather because I don't want to go through the whole process of like getting the water started for it to then start raining like 5 seconds later, and then I have to go through the whole thing of like, I mean, it's not like a big process. Ugh, maybe I should have raised it up a bit higher. I think I'm gonna take it back and raise it up a little higher because the blooms should be at eye level. They're not. Okay, hopefully it'll settle a bit so the roots aren't showing. If it does well in the back, great, because my hydrangea, I feel like I had to move it because it was maybe getting too much sun and it was saying scorch. I don't know if that was the issue because of the light, because it was mostly in south facing light like all day. And then I moved it to a place where it's mostly getting eastern and western light, and that's where it's doing fantastic. So this might be the case with this as well. There's some things coming up, and I'm just gonna keep this on the deck. Hopefully it's a nice little bloom. I think when we first moved here, or when we started talking about a deck, I'm not sure when that was. The whole thing was, oh, and then we can have it littered with flowers, and we've never had that point yet, which is fair because also like there's a lot of wasps and bees. But regardless, I think my mother tried last year with uh, the one I have, not my malaria, the mandevilla, and that didn't really take off. I guess I didn't like it in pots so much. It wanted to be potted up. All right, girly. So she's looking crispy now. I think she's gonna rebound and look fantastic. So fantastic. Love her. Love her down boots. I was gonna go and put this pot back in the greenhouse. I'm just gonna spread the soil around where I just planted things. So it's not super much, but at least it'll help mark my eye. I don't think I have enough for all of them, but might just be enough for these over here, realistically. Okay. Let's do some around the verbena if we can. know my plants. I'm thinking I'm either going to have to get some new dianthus. First of all, I don't know what Lowe's is doing. Where are the 8-pack of dianthus? Where are they at? I haven't seen them in a while. And so I need to either get some new dianthus to put on rotation and or fertilize these plants. Maybe I need to cut them back. They like a little cut back every now and then. In fact, when my mother has scissors, I might cut them. I'm gonna cut them back. I don't know. So that's one. I think I'm gonna put it in this one. For now, everything is gonna get cleaned. So ignore. She should get eastern and western light here. Not so much western. Now that the umbrella is mostly open, I probably need to close this umbrella if it's windy, because apparently I had it open the other day and yeah, it came out of the thing. So let me go close this. I don't know why she's loose. Maybe she needs to be replaced. Or at least she looks like rusted through. I don't know why. What's the point of this design if there's nothing to cover this? What is the point of this? But I want her to pop. And she pops, maybe we'll get more and then start the whole thing. Yeah. I came over here to check up on the beans. So many of them have come up and are coming up. That's really exciting. Let me weed. Yay beans. Yay beans. Didn't I have one over here? Wasn't the one that survived over here? I guess not. I thought it was over here. Okay. I want these random weeds getting in the way of my beans. Okay, I have beans growing now. I'm a bean farmer. Okay, beans, like... Okay, beans! Exciting. I'm not entirely surprised. I did put a bunch of, I did put marigolds in the corner over here. They didn't take. Not entirely surprised. Okay, not sure why the strawberry is just doing it now, but okay. And then these are going to seed. That's fine. It's fine. Maybe I'll collect the seed and then next year, blah, blah, blah. Or even if I leave it, can they sprout the same year? Is that how that works? Okay, potatoes. They probably need to be hilled up. I don't know what this is. More potato? More potato! This needs more soil. This little bed needs a lot more soil. But, okay, weed. No. No, thank you. Okay, more weeds. I'm half waiting to see if some of the sunflowers my sister grew last year are going to self-seed or have self-seeded. But I really don't know what they look like or what they would look like at this point, so I don't see anything that stands out. My sister's chaos garden, the only thing that really came back up at this point is the gladiolus. So essentially it's a gladiolus farm. Yeah. Her grape, and I keep trying to like wrap this around. That one is wrapping around real nice. I keep trying to wrap this one around things, but it's kind of refusing. I think this is also a grape. I know she planted a kiwi, but they're so different. But I think this is also a grape regardless. I keep forgetting this is here. Oh, and she's chock full of water. Okay, it looks like some of the peppers are maybe growing, but she's chock full of water. So we're gonna... And guess what? I'm gonna close it now. I'm not gonna leave it open. This hydrangea is dead. Deader than dead. All right. Maybe I'll use this soil for the front. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this soil for the front. I'll leave these here for now. But they're on notice. Okay. There's a lot of basil growing in there. I'm thinking probably, like my mother has basil, and I love basil. Basil grows super great. I don't know if I'm going to thin it. I don't know if I'm going to put it in different pots and thin it. There's a lot of them growing there. So, I also have other basil seed, I think. So, not something I'm super pressed for. I'm just literally going to dump this out a little bit. Well, that's not what I meant to happen, is it? Okay, I guess the rest I'll just put around this one. Wow. Okay. Not the plastic brick. Oh. Verbena, petunia. Now these petunias will probably touch, is the idea, probably, right? But this petunia has bigger leaves. Maybe it's been fertilized differently. I don't know. I definitely want one of those fertilizers that you can attach to a hose and they would adjust the, I guess, the rate of fertilizer. I think I want one of those. Oh my gosh, I need so many plants. Also, if I don't want to put anything super, well, I'm going to put the coleus. But let's say I put coleus all the way in the back there. I can't put it super too close to this because I want this definitely to get light. I also saw some salvias that I was also maybe I should get some salvias, some annual salvia. That would also be kind of cute. I put that around the or on the sides of the hydrangea. I don't need to water this whole bed because everything got wet this afternoon when we were gone. We came back and there's water all over the place. So just need to water the things I planted in. So dianthus over here in the back. I sprayed. I'm sure I'm getting bit up though. So there's a couple of spots like this dianthus in the back that I'm like, maybe I should cut it. It doesn't have a lot of leaves along the stem, and I'm like, I don't know if that means it's on its way out or should you try and cut it and give it a second chance. Pretty much everything else is pretty fine though, except for the ones that have died. So I think I might go and take a scissors and cut the ones that don't look full. And cut, at least like that one I would cut around the edges, not so much the middle. So yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt to water everything. Also, the perennial dianthus. I guess maybe it's in the spring and then it'll do a lot later on. Also, this is a new spot for it, so I don't know. Yeah, this quarter is eating.